So the main character that the player will control will be Heinrich. He will use his giant scythe to slash through enemies with a lot of blood, lots of action, lots of feel-good sensations.
一方ですね、一緒にいる魔女グレート編はですね。
Then there's Gretchen, who will always be traveling alongside Heinrich, who will support him by carrying out her witchcraft spells at instances so that Heinrich can do his finishing moves on specific enemies.
プレイヤーはこのスラッシュアクションと。
So the player is to enjoy both the slash action in combination of usage of these witchcraft spells to effectively and efficiently carry out combinations to defeat the enemies in the screen.
このゲームはですね、特殊なところがあって。
So as mentioned earlier, Heinrich, the male character, is actually invincible. He will take damage, but he won't die. On the other hand, see the power gauge in the top left-hand corner of the screen? That belongs to Gretchen. That's her health gauge. When her health reaches 0, she will die and the game will end. So to avoid Gretchen from dying, the main goal of the player is to protect Gretchen while fighting. So we keep that protect while fighting in mind. The game is actually set in Mid-East Europe, Mid-East Germany. So we try to mimic the environment so that they look European, so that they look German. The story itself has been inspired by a lot of the Dr. Faust tales that have been told, as well as the witchcraft tales, witch hunt tales that have also been told during that era. The enemies that will stand in front of these two heroes, we call them homunculus, who are monster characters that have been created by Dr. Faust based on his experiments that he does for eternal life and his greed. So in terms of game progression, as the player progresses through the game, he will be able to use more and more different types of slash action combos, as well as increased numbers and variations in the types of witchcraft that Gretchen is able to use. So as the game progresses, users will be able to create more new combinations and create his original combinations for a more satisfactory slash action experience. So as you see, a lot of the boss battles will involve these large, huge bosses. But each boss will have its individual characteristics. They'll have different attack patterns. And so we're hoping that the fun gameplay aspect for the user to be able to experience is to be able to understand the attack patterns of the bosses and use the most efficient, most effective witchcraft out of his glossary of witchcraft that he is able to use. The gauge you see in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen is the witchcraft AI. Basically, you're able to set 4 different types of witchcraft at once, and you use the left or the right trigger button to be able to initiate the witchcraft of your choice at any time.